Before the achievements, before the celebrations, here's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. "161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence."
I believe that if you get your degree, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Two conference foes looking to end their losing streaks here today. Hello and welcome inside the Arrington Ice Arena. Joining me today is Nathan Lindner, and my name is Sean Whitmer. The Bulldogs enter today's contest 4-2, coming in off of a series sweeping loss to the number 3 ranked Aurora University Spartans, losing game 1 6-4 and losing game 2 in overtime 1-0. On the flip side, the Vikings of Lawrence University enter 1-5. Their most recent series loss came at the hands of Lake Forest. 8-5 was the final in game 1, and 3-1 was the final in game 2. So Nathan, what is the recipe for success today for the Bulldogs in their home opener?
For Adrian College Bulldogs, it's really got to start fast. Use the home ice momentum, get the crowd behind you, win the possession battle early, face-offs and shot volume, and you have to convert on the early power plays. This is a team with with Lawrence, who's really been they're in the penalty box a whole lot, and we'll see that on the stats coming up. But for both them and Adrian, it's going to come down to special teams. And then for Lawrence, they really got to keep this a low-event game. You have to stay disciplined. You can't give Adrian 4 to 5 penalty power play chances. They convert at about an 18% mark, and that's about 1 out of 5. So if you give them 5, they're almost guaranteed to score at least 1. And also for Lawrence, you got to get big saves early to settle into the game.
Yeah, and the Bulldogs need to play quick here today. It's their home opener. They need to get their legs under them in a hurry and play about as fast as possible.
Yeah, they're a high-tempo team. They average about 32 shots a game and strong 54% face-off rate. They want the puck, and they want it often. They're excellent discipline, only 12 penalty minutes a game, and an elite 89% penalty kill. As for Lawrence, is their team still trying to find scoring consistency? They average 2 goals a game, which means they may focus heavily on defensive structure, blocking shots, and slowing the pace on the road. It's really a strong possession versus a team trying to grind games down. Who dictates the pace here tonight?
Yeah, and I think if you're Lawrence, you really want to stay out of the box as much as possible. As we looked at the stats before the game started, noticing just how much Lawrence spends in the box is a little bit of a jarring number. And if you're in the box that much against this Bulldogs team, they are a very smart and very savvy team in their special teams, really at all levels here for Adrian College, and this NCAA team is no different.
Yeah, like I said, Adrian's power play 18%, slightly down from 25% last season. But Lawrence's penalty kills sitting at 70%. They're 12 of 17 on penalties this season, which could be a major vulnerability. If Adrian can get 3 to 4 power plays tonight, it could tilt the game, and shorthanded goals are always big momentum shifters, depending if you're the home or road team. If Adrian, you're on the power play and all of a sudden Lawrence comes out and gets a shorthanded goal, that kills all the momentum, takes the crowd right out of it. And on the flip side, if you're Adrian facing a penalty kill and you somehow get a shorthanded goal, that gets the crowd right into it, and it's a quick 2 minutes to kill off the power play.
Yeah, and speaking of crowd, the crowd is funneling in here pretty quick for the home opener for this NCAA men's hockey team. The Wow Cafe is full. So is the stands here in the Arrington Ice Arena. It might be a standing room only game by the time puck drop comes our way. As we take a look at some stats so far on the year, those goal numbers up top, that is 4 goals per game for the Bulldogs, 2 goals per game on average for the Vikings. Nate, I'll let you take it for the rest of these numbers here.
Yeah, Bulldogs almost dominate completely across the board when it comes to the team stats, except for one category, block shots, and Lawrence University leads that one 55-31. But as far as the face-off percentages on the season, Adrian College 54%, Lawrence only 50%. And the penalty minutes, Lawrence almost doubles Adrian College at 21.8 minutes a game. And then the power play goals is the last category. Adrian wins that column 5-3.
Yeah, and you mentioned the block shots being a pretty big discrepancy, about 24 block shots differentiating these two teams. Lawrence averages 9 block shots a game currently, while the Bulldogs, they're sitting at only just over 5 block shots a game. That's a discrepancy that could really make a difference in today's contest, especially knowing how this Bulldogs team likes to play. They like to fire shots in from the point, hope to get some deflections in front. If you have your defenders just taking shots for you all game,
the Vikings are one of those teams who just like to clog up the passing lanes and shooting areas, so that way it's not an easy shot to get it right to their goaltender. And they clog the area so well. That's why they have all those block shots for Adrian College. They'll be looking to execute on the offensive attack, spread it out wide, hope to get a power play early on in this one, and that's how they'll get on the board to get the home crowd with them.
As both teams take the ice, that is what the horn will always indicate here in the AIA. We're just moments away from puck drop, but before we get there, we'll have starting lineups. We will also talk a little bit more about what these two teams need to do to be successful. So, little sneak peek in the netminder category, as the Bulldogs will have their primary netminder in Ryan Piros. It's going to be Owen Carlson for Lawrence, though.
Yeah, Ryan Piros, 5 games started, 5 games played, just over 300 minutes. He got 10 goals against him and a 1.99 average, so just under the 2-goal average mark. He's got a save percentage of .921. He's 3-2 overall on the year, and 3 power play goals gone against him. For the Vikings, Owen Carlson, like you said, 2 games started, 2 played. Interesting looking at these stats here. He's got 2 names, 2 columns for each one. We'll just combine them. 6 goals against on an average of 3.11 goals average, 40 saves and a .930 save percentage. 0-1 on the year. So we'll see how the goaltender fares against the Bulldog home crowd here tonight.
As the lights come on, we're about to get the starting lineup for Lawrence. As you mentioned, the goalie, Owen Carlson. Let's take a look at the rest of this starting lineup here, Nate.
Yeah, so across the board, Adam Berzicki and left wing, Luke Robertson, Joshua Danis wound up the forwards, Jaden Jensen and Evan Eisenstark on the defense, and obviously Carlson in net. For me, I'm looking at senior defenseman Jaden Jensen. players, brings in size and experience into tonight's clash. Their team stats to this point show an average of 2 goals a game, like you said earlier. Shooting percentages of .076, which underscores the challenge they face offensively as they go on the road to Adrian. The Vikings will look to more rhythm and tighten things up defensively if they hope to return home with a result.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be a physical matchup as player gets faked out there a little bit. Danis thought he was the one coming to the line. Instead, it was Robertson, and now Danis will get his skate forward. A little bit of a chuckle there from his teammates as he makes the simple error. Taking a look over at the home Bulldogs here, as little interesting note that Piros is wearing the all white. A little bit of a clean look there.
Yeah, I think it looks very clean. White pads, white helmet, white gloves.
Of course, in hockey, the goalies get a lot of creativity with their pads they want to do, and he's showing that sometimes simple just is the best look on the ice. So, of course, Ryan Piros, the starting netminder. What do you got for the rest of this starting lineup here, Nate?
Well, up top we got Jake Swade, Brad Summers, and Fred Tefelsky for the forwards. Ben Loretto and David Clark wound up the defensemen. Up front, looking not as starters, but Ian Ansbaugh and also David Clark carry momentum in the offensive zone opportunities. With tonight's home ice advantage at Arrington Ice Arena in Adrian, Michigan, the Bulldogs will be looking to build on early success and maintain pressure from the opening face-off.
Yeah, and I think one player that maybe gets undershined a little bit more than you'd expect is Julian Jacob on the defensive side. As a lot of people play physical on this Bulldogs team, he seems to be the epitome of that, and it's almost like he's that enforcer role for this Bulldogs team. When he's on the ice, it's to hit and block shots.
Yeah, exactly. Every hockey team has that guy, the enforcer, usually a big defenseman who's not afraid to step in there, drop the gloves. Unfortunately, can't do that at this level, but it's something like that.
As starting lineups have been taken care of, we're going to step aside for the national anthem. Don't go anywhere as you're watching NCAA hockey on ACTV.
To become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Welcome back inside the Arrington Ice Arena here on the campus of Adrian College in southern Michigan. As a little bit of a ceremonious puck drop here prior to the game starting, and I think this might be the first time we've ever seen a goalie take a puck drop here in the AIA.
Yeah, gonna look a little estranged on the photo opportunity, but Nolan Suggs has really been the front runner on this Sammy Strong campaign that we've had here at Adrian College to begin the year. He's been all over the place with her and helping her out with this fundraising that we're having.
As Suggs will pick up the puck, hand it off, and once the rugs get picked up, we will get everything underway here in the AIA. Bulldogs are highly excited. Another front runner for that Sammy Strong campaign has been Julian Jacob, as he makes sure to say some words prior to the puck drop. It'll be interesting to see how quick the Bulldogs try to get things rolling here. Back-to-back games in the AIA with a ceremonious puck drop, as the women's Division I contest prior to this, it was domestic violence awareness, wearing some black, purple, and tealish blue jerseys on the ice.
Yeah, I was supposed to work that game where they got canceled a couple weeks ago. Did those jerseys look really cool?
They looked, I was worried the numbers were going to be hard to see, but it was white numbers, white names, so it made it a lot easier to call up here in the booth than I expected. Of course, that being an aspect not a lot of people think of is when the numbers clash with the jerseys, it gets really hard to see up here in the booth. So, taking the opening face-off for the Bulldogs, we were a little confused whether it would be Swade or Summers. It will be Swade taking the opening face-off against Robertson. Face-off goes to the near side, going the other way. Loretto dumps it in. Picking things up now as it will escape the zone. Racing back is Clark. He'll beat Berzezicki to the puck. Swade takes it the other way. His pass off the tape. Some physicality there right in front of the Bulldog bench. It's passed up to Summers. Applies the brakes right in front of the official. Now Clark weaving. He'll dump it into the corner. Summers diving in. Backward pass to Felski. Couldn't make the cross-ice feed to Clark. Bulldogs playing very fluent right now. Clark, a defenseman, playing a very offensive role so far to start this game. Some physicality as Saney comes over to help. Saney tried to pick it up. Now Summers back on the aggression. Tefelsky knocks it to Saney. Saney attacking. He'll go for the wraparound shot, and it'll trickle back behind the cage. Summers, or mind you, Bannister is on the attack. Going the other way is Valdez, but the Bulldogs will pick up the puck. It's handed off to Bannister. Played across, now back to Bannister. The up ice feed is deflected and up into the protective netting for a whistle.
Well, 80 seconds into this one, bodies flying all over left and right. You expect to see that first game at home for the Bulldogs. You know they're going to be laying out some big hits on both sides, especially still new into the season, so bodies aren't as hurt yet.
As this one passed back, now using the boards to create a dump and chase opportunity. Bulldogs first there. Bannister takes a little bit of a back check. It's played up ice. Racing is Troon. Has it poked off his stick. Now transitioning the other way is DeWolf, who can't beat his man. A lot of physicality here against Carter Reel for the Bulldogs. It's down there. Piros does a good job at handling it with the stick. Attacking the other way, pass inside, backdoor feed, and unable to get it to the tape of Deeb. Now going the other way, Lawrence has an opportunity. Great stick work using the pitchfork by the Bulldog defense. Attacking up ice was Robertson, trying to keep his offense rolling. Now the puck will trickle its way into the neutral zone. Getting aggressive and a big hit into the boards. Bulldogs come away, backdoor feed, not there. Looking for Nienhaus. Loretto dumps it in. Picking it up is Vellucci. Nienhaus trying to keep possession. Twig goes flying. Helping things out there is Deeb. Playing back Clark. tried to pass it up ice to Vellucci, and even Vellucci knew that was going to be icing.
Will Bowman, twice in a row now on the defensive end, has made really nice forechecks to thwart the offensive attacker from Lawrence. And then the other side, Deeb right in front just missed a one-timer that would have gave the Bulldogs the early lead.
The Bulldogs are passing very fast and very aggressively as they're moving up and down the ice. Hayden Johnson on the face-off dot for the Vikings. Puck trickles up. Bulldogs come away. Loretto, cross-ice feed, is left alone. Amsbaugh applying the pressure. Played back now across the ice. Jensen wraps the boards. Clark, first one there, applies the brakes. Amsbaugh taps it over. Loretto will chase down the loose puck. Loretto back to Clark. Clark playing patient. It's tipped around the blue line and covered up. Amsbaugh applying the pressure. That was Jack O'Hannessy.
First action that Owen Carlson is able to get from covering up the puck, the senior from Esco, Minnesota.
Got two O'Hannessons on this Bulldogs team. You got Jack O'Hannessy and Nick O'Hannessy. This puck back to Bannister, takes a bounce. Played at the blue line, and Julian Jacob unable to handle it. Now going the other way, but Jacob getting physical. We'll go back. Bannister plays it up. Up ice feed is kicked away off the skate of Amsbaugh. The Vikings haven't really been able to get anything in the offensive zone as this puck is tipped up and into the bench area.
Julian Jacob lost it at the blue line, a little bit kind of fresh skates as he's out there for one of the first times here tonight. One of the players we highlighted, and then just kind of gets scrappy and thwarts off the attack, able to collect and not give it an easy opportunity for the Vikings.
As it's going to be Swade and Robertson just as this game started. This time an offensive zone draw for the Vikings. Played back at the blue line, now dumped in to the corner. Swade comes away, tries to play it up ice. It'll be slapped away. Jacob picks it up. Jacob with a long ice feed. Peters plays it to Swade. Swade attacks, leaves behind, and it's poked away. Swade getting aggressive. It's played back for Brzezinski. Now Peters engineering the offense. Dump and chase as Tefelsky and Peters collide. Pass right into the crease. And it faltering. Now Malika sends it, and there's a blocked shot. O'Hannessy can't handle it. Now it will escape the zone. Cross ice feed into the center. Little dump and chase leads to a turnover. Bulldogs come away with the puck. Puck still loose. O'Hannessy passing it up, now over to Reel. Reel feeds it up the ice. Hard pass there, takes a deflection. Nice feed up. Would like to see Johnson create a better look for himself, having as much space as he's had so far today for the Vikings. It's played to Reel. Over to Saney, his pass unable to be handled by Troon. Clark comes away with the steal. Plays it off the boards to Loretto. Up to Reel. Fans on the pass. This puck wraps around. Picked up once again, passed over to Reel. Leaves it for Loretto. Cross ice feed. Loretto diving down Broadway. The shot deflects away. Reel takes a slap at it. Bulldogs trying to keep possession as aggressively as they can. Bannister, D-to-D pass now up to Reel. Just tip it and go for the change. Vellucci applying pressure still. Nienhuis comes in with the hit. As this puck gets tipped at the red line by Danis. Bulldogs trying to create with Bannister. He takes a tumble to the knees. Picked up by Nienhuis. Skating, rifling, deflected into the protective netting.
A fairly fluid game to start the opening period here. We thought that we would see a lot of stoppages with the high penalty minutes. And take a look at the replay here. Bannister went down to a knee on that last play. But as we see these players come out for their second and third shifts, I think we're going to see the pace just slow down a little bit as they kind of want to catch their breath. They got to go another 45, 50 minutes plus here.
This puck trickles, battling, unable to get a shot off was Vellucci. Jacob picks up the puck, pass into the neutral zone, back to Vellucci, sends it into the corner, Nienhuis after it. Fanned on the hit, thankfully he did, otherwise he might have been going to the box as Bowman handles it off the boards. Nienhuis to Amsbaugh. Amsbaugh skating, trying to weave through pressure. Another shot attempt. This one saved. And some extracurriculars following the Lucas D poke towards Carlson.
Yeah, D poked the glove of Carlson, and then Hayden Johnson took exception to that. And he said, hey, you're not going to touch my goal here tonight.
That's exactly how you want to see everything start as well, as Jack O'Hannison in the game. Bowman skating in reverse. He dumps it into the corner. Amsbaugh, first player there. Pass to O'Hannison is stolen away. And the up-ice backhand feed will escape play.
Into the Lawrence bench, and I think since I was behind the blue line, you'll have to contend with a defensive zone draw here. Sure, right as I say, after it's a fluid game, we get 3 whistles in less than 30 seconds.
Amsbaugh getting tangled up. Flipped forward, now dumped into the corner. Bowman, first one there. Plays it in reverse for O'Hannison. It's Nick O'Hannison. Played up to Amsbaugh. Trying to play it into the neutral zone. Now Summers getting aggressive. It's stolen away by Amsbaugh. Summers gets back into the neutral zone. Amsbaugh attacking. Pass into the middle. Oh, Hannison's shot is deflected up. Best chance of the day for either team. As O'Hannison tried to get a hit off. It'll be picked up by Bowman. Played into the corner, now up to Amsbaugh. Amsbaugh goes the full length of the ice. Now off the corner. Loretto keeps it in the offensive zone. Great job dropping to a knee on the blue line. This one will escape the blue line. Bulldogs have to reset. It's fed over to Loretto. Loretto plays it. Nice feed between the legs by Summers. Tefelsky with the stick lift. Swade getting aggressive. Tefelsky comes away with it for the moment, and it'll be cleared by the Vikings, but an imminent icing, and we will get it.
Jack O'Hannison with the best chance of the night off of the turnover from the Vikings. Just point blank right in the slot, and a nice save there from Owen Carlson. The Bulldogs stick work has been really good here early on in this one. I told you about the 4 checks from Bowman down in the defensive end, but even in the neutral zone and offensive end, they take their stick and just flick it up to get the Viking stick off of the puck, and that's how they're able to retrieve some of these 50-50 pucks.
So it'll be Swade in the faceoff for the Bulldogs. Played back to Loretto, now over to Tefelsky. Underneath, unable to handle it is Peters. He'll try to get it to Tefelsky. Swade battles in front, looks for a backdoor feed to Peters. Puck still loose, it'll go back to the blue line. Clark handles it, goes to the wing. Underneath, Loretto leaves for Tefelsky. Back to Loretto. Skates around. Dump to Clark. Shot inside. Takes a trickle out of the hand of Swade and covered up. And Swade not too happy with the extracurriculars by Cade DeWolf.
Yeah, that puck bouncing on its side and nicely scooped there by Owen Carlson. Makes the shortstop like myself happy.
So it's Saney in on the faceoff against Robertson. Starting line for the Vikings here. This puck played back, battling and poking it. Trying to gain some territory is the Bulldogs. Saney can't handle it. Good stick work by Robertson. Saney still battling off 2 Viking players. Reel will take it into the offensive zone. He plays it back behind him. Troon gathers the puck underneath, applies the brakes, and we'll have ourselves a scrum here up against the boards. It comes out. Reel tries to take it away. Going the other way with the puck is going to be Danis. He has it stolen away by Bannister. Danis recovers the loose puck in the corner. Bannister and Julian fighting off the two Vikings in the defensive zone for the Bulldogs. Bannister comes away, plays it off the boards. Back into the neutral zone. Bannister picks up the loose puck over to Julian. This one hacked at by Reel. Gain as much territory as you can if you're the Bulldogs trying to make the change. This puck didn't have legs for icing, so Malika will pick it up to Bowman, to Nienhaus. Tried to go over to Malika. It's just takeaway and some physicality around the blue line. Nienhaus will pick up the puck. Bowman with the backhand feed. Stolen away by the Vikings. Pass over to Sutton. Played up ice, Bowman. Just a lot of fanned passes here for the Bulldogs as Nienhaus taking some swings at it. Looked like he might have lost the puck for a moment. It bounces over his stick. Johnson can't handle the puck. Now some physicality. Johnson, or Nienhaus and Deeb fighting for it. Coming out with it was DeWolf. Plays it underneath. Piros up to Nienhaus and stolen away. The quick shot on Piros. He wasn't ready for it. Still made the save.
It came out of his crease to retrieve the puck, and he was able to get back in there and make this fourth save on the night. Over 10 minutes into the first period, and we look at some of the summary here. For the Bulldogs, I think you're looking at a good spot. Got 7 shots on net, just lacking the 1 goal. And for Lawrence, you've done what you wanted to do. Obviously, you kept the goal out of the net.
Face-off won by the Bulldogs, but the Vikings getting aggressive, trying to take it back. It's picked up by Loretto. He's skating with all 3 forwards ahead. It's a 3-on-3 opportunity. Gets through Summers, shot. Trickles away, the rebound goes back behind the cage. Both teams getting flustered as this will ride high on the boards, but not hit the netting. Amsbaugh. He has Clark. Keeps it himself. Now will pass into the middle to Summers. Back to Amsbaugh. Cutting backdoor was Loretto. It goes up top to Clark. Now Loretto on the wing. Loretto fires it in front. Summers tipped at it, but it trickled away from the cage. Amsbaugh resetting things, taking it himself. Ian Amsbaugh with the wraparound, and it's kicked away. Clark to Summers. Back up top. Bannister one-timer. Amsbaugh sends it into the corner. O'Hannison tried to pick it up, and the Vikings will reset. Robertson pressuring. Amsbaugh picks it up on the blue line. Sends it backdoor shot. Scores!
Frank Tefelsky on the backdoor cut there. Beautiful one-timer in front on the pass from Ian Amsbaugh. Puts another point into his column. Beautiful across the ice. Vikings weren't able to clog the lanes on that one, and as Tefelsky hits the deck after collided with his teammate. But first home goal of the year, you got to be excited after that.
Yeah, a little bit too excited there for the Bulldogs. Some friendly fire after the play as Peters applying pressure. Swade coming in to help. The puck taking a bounce. Now played all the way into the corner. Piros will leave it. It's picked up by Julian Jacob. Jacob, pass up ice to Swade. Swade making a move. On one knee, passing it into the slot. Unable to handle it. Bulldogs getting aggressive as they will get the takeaway in the defensive end. Swade plays it forward. Weaving around, and Tefelsky can't handle it as the Bulldogs had to reset. Played across, now up. That's Valdez. Weaving through, he plays it to Sutton. Sutton shot, deflects, and it's covered up by Piros. Stay connected with all the action by following at AdrianCollegeTV on social media. From game highlights to campus events, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment. Follow at AdrianCollegeTV today. Face off, trickles back to a Viking. Some big contact. Puck still loose in the slot, and the Bulldogs will knock it away for a reset and a big hit by Troon. Bulldogs get the 1-goal lead, and now they're bringing the physicality we expected from the opening drop. Trishik in on defense right now for the Vikings. As the puck is loose, it's going to be picked up by Fadeev. Now back, Fadeev picks it up on the boards, pressured by the Bulldogs. 3 Bulldogs surrounding Fadeev. The puck takes a bounce into the corner. It's Winkleman being aggressive. Now passed up to Reel. Can't handle it. It'll be reset by Eisenstark. Skating back and forth. Up ice for Danis. Robertson. Off the boards. Gets tipped. Clark will be the first one there. Plays it forward. The shot on target. Found its way through all that traffic, but got blockered last second. Deeb up ice, off the skate of Nienhuis. Now Vellucci leaves behind. The shot, scores!
David Clark with an absolute snipe in the top left corner. Doubles the Bulldogs lead. A beautiful leave there from Ryan Vellucci. Just beat the goaltender there in Owen Carlson. We've seen 11 shots and let up 2 goals.
And the 2 goals he let up were difficult saves to make. You don't expect David Clark to let it rip that fast. That is Clark's 4th goal on the season now. As a little bit of sloppy play. Hannison sends it in. Summers will pick it up. Leaves behind, and Amsbaugh tried to fire one.
Yeah, Amsbaugh with the shot off of the boards. A really nice save there from Carlson, flashing the leather. But a lot of defensive zone time here for the Vikings. They had about a 2-minute stretch where they were just defending constantly. They were able to get it out, go for a change, but the Bulldogs having a lot of offensive pressure here early on in the period.
As Amsbaugh is going to get thrown off the dot, I believe, here, and it's going to become Summers' face-off. Played back, Bannister, D to D, it's Julian Jacob. He sends one in, it's kicked away. Amsbaugh picks it up from the wing and takes a shot. Bannister fires one. Amsbaugh picking the puck back up, gets put into a little bit of a scrum. Played cross ice, skating up is Eisenstark. He'll dump it, picked up by Bannister. Bannister plays it. Racing forward is Summers. Leaves behind Amsbaugh. Ian Amsbaugh making a move. Backhand shot just goes wide. Bulldogs battling for possession behind as a player goes down. The O'Hannison brothers are on the ice together right now. Ian Amsbaugh picking it up in the corner. Coming in is Jack O'Hannison. Summers getting fought off the puck. As there goes Jack O'Hannison. Coming out is Ian Amsbaugh. Puck gets picked up and sent in. Malika got caught off guard. Fadeev was racing after it. Now transitioning the other way is Nick O'Hannison. Played forward by Malika. Now to Swade. Swade makes a move. He goes wrap around. Looking for the pass. He went into the slot, and Peters couldn't handle it on the first attempt. Gets it on the second. Tefelsky leaves behind for Peters. Applies the brakes, makes a move, and gets battled off the puck by Robertson. Tefelsky picks it up to Swade, makes a move to Loretto. Loretto back into the slot, backhand shot by Tefelsky is covered up.
Boy, some really nice passing there from the Bulldogs in the offensive area. Just tape to tape, nothing but fluid motion connecting on every single pass, and it ended up with a really great opportunity right in front of Carlson there. Really made a nice save.
Physicality has been mounting here in this first period as well, as these fans are looking for some more things to cheer about outside of goals, and I think the Bulldogs are trying to make physicality the thing to root for as Clark gets tangled up with Berzezicki. Now Peters, cross ice feed, Clark racing forward, leaves behind for Tefelsky, who can't handle it. It'll be a turnover. Swade has it come off his stick. Now Peters will leave for Swade. Weaves through one, gets around another. Swade on a solo trot. Now Troon back to Swade. Tried to go cross ice to Bannister. Physicality will have to be the name of the game as Troon battling off two Vikings. Bannister up to Reel. Cross to Saney. Saney races in. He tries to pass it in front of the cage, and it's stolen away. Jacob saucers one high and into the offensive zone. Some physicality from Bannister. It's picked up by Troon. He makes a move around one. Jacob. Pass to Reel. Off the board, Saney recovers it. Now to Troon in the corner. He'll dump it underneath for Reel. Battling, and the Vikings will take it away. DeWolf. Pass up, now cross ice, going back to DeWolf. He'll pick it up and flip it in. It'll be picked up by Saney. Dump and change here for the Bulldogs as Nienhuis diving in, trying to come away with the puck. Bowman trying to pick it up. It's going the other way. It's Winkleman. Shot! And it deflects high and off the glass as the Vikings are now trying to bring the aggression. Battling. Vellucci plays it. As this is off a stick. Picked up by O'Hannison. Battling into the corner. Bowman on the point. He'll flip it into the corner. Deeb with some physicality. Nienhuis back to Loretto. Fires underneath. Deeb left it for a turnover. 15 seconds remain. If the Bulldogs want to capitalize, they have to go quick. It's Clark. He races ahead, skates into the middle, and has it poked away. He'll poke it right back. 6 seconds. This one goes around, and that might have just squandered the last opportunity in the first period as the Bulldogs will be okay with the horn sounding as the fans will give them a little bit of a clap there as 2-0 is the score. 15 shots on goal to 6 in favor of the Bulldogs after the first period of play, and a fast period at that.
Yeah, very fluid up and down the ice. We saw no penalties in the first period, which is very surprising looking at the team stat before the game. I think just the fluidity of the game going up and down and not really being bogged down into one area, although Adrian did have a lot of offensive pressure. They were out shooting the Vikings 3-1, total of 15 shots to 5. But I think for the Vikings, just a couple of mislaps. They have a lot of turnovers there in a neutral area right around their own blue line, which the Bulldogs are able to capitalize on. And they've looked very sharp here early in this one, connecting passes left and right. As for the Vikings, they haven't gotten much of an attack, only putting 5 shots on net, not really making Piros work a whole lot, although one where he did play outside the crease and then had to come back into the crease to make the save. But other than that, Bulldogs really good period of play, obviously clean both ways. And we head into the dressing rooms and we'll recollect after another 15 minutes.
Yeah, and I think I think the biggest surprise there for the first period is really the lack of penalties. As you mentioned, We came into this game looking at some of the numbers, and it was just, we expected there to be quite a few penalties up and down the ice, whether that be from the Vikings or the Bulldogs getting a little bit too aggressive in their first home game. Seeing 0 penalties coming across so far is a little bit jarring. However, having David Clark and Frank Tefelski for the Bulldogs grab 1 goal apiece has been the ultimate changer so far, as a bruiser shootout here in the home opener for the Bulldogs. So some of the numbers so far through 1, it's 2-0 in favor of the Bulldogs. 4 assists for those 2 goals as well. We mentioned the shots on goal. The official tally, 15-5. 21 shots by the Bulldogs, 9 for the Vikings. Bulldogs have won 10 faceoffs. Vikings have only won 6 faceoffs on the other hand. And the Vikings have blocked 3 shots to 1 for the Bulldogs. That stands with about what we expected coming into this. The Vikings are at a higher margin in the blocked shots. But it's because they're giving up a lot of shot opportunities as well. The Bulldogs haven't had to block as many shots because they just haven't. There's only been
9 shots shot against them. And for Adrian, they've shot 21 shots, not all of them landing on goal, of course, but that's what happens when you're a losing record. You're 1-5 on the year. Obviously, you got a lot of pucks coming your way, so you want to step in front and lay your body out on the line. And thus far for Lawrence, they're down 2-0, but I think it could have gone a lot worse. But for Adrian College, you're sitting in a really good spot here, up 2-0, heading into the first intermission.
Yeah, and looking at some of the advanced analytics here for that first period, Nathaniel Bannister on the ice for both goals that the Bulldogs were able to come away with there in that first period of play. Robertson, Berzezicki, and Bill all on the ice for the 2 goals as well for the Vikings. It might be a line that the coaching staff of Lawrence wants to see a little bit of a different look in, as they've struggled so far in this game. That'll do it for us here for the first period of action. From all of us here at ACTV, don't go anywhere, as we'll be right back after this short break.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great, great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
One-on-one battles lead to unit battles, which lead to team battles, and then a big victory at the end. Nothing different today than what you do every day, all right? Love you guys. Win on three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person. Learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
Hello and welcome back inside the Arrington Ice Arena on the campus of Adrian College. Joining me today is Nathan Lindner. My name is Sean Whitmer, and we're about to enter the second period of play in a 2-0 game in favor of the home Adrian College Bulldogs. A little bit of a slower start for the Bulldogs, but they've definitely turned things up, especially in the physicality category throughout this game. So, Nate, what do the Bulldogs need to do to continue their, albeit dominance, that they've shown so far in this game?
Well, it's more or less the same things that they did in the first period. It was a really dominant period of play, 20 minutes down, and as we look at some of the first 20-minute stats, they obviously lead the shot totals 15-5. Lawrence leads 3-1 in block shots, kind of what we expected. Face-off percentages, that's really been a big statistic here. Adrian dominating 62% to Lawrence's 37. And then the last two categories, they're abstaining. They have no penalties for either way, so obviously no penalty minutes, no power play goals. It will be interesting to see as we move forward into the second 20 minutes of play which team will go down first and if the other team can capitalize on the man advantage.
Yeah, and I think the Bulldogs' biggest aspect of this second period, in order for them to keep the score sitting where it is staying out of that box at all costs in this game. As we see there, the Vikings getting ready to come out onto the ice. Bulldogs haven't exited their locker room quite yet, but here they come as well. A little bit of a longer trot for that Bulldog team. All the way down in the corner is their locker room. They will make their way on first.
Interesting to see that the coaches and coaching staff for Adrian College goes out to the bench right away, but for Lawrence, they're yet to be out there. It looks like they follow the players out.
Yeah, a little bit of a different order of operations. You always see that in sports where certain coaches do things a certain way. Other coaches like to have a different sort of ritual to what they do, and if you're the Bulldogs, I wouldn't change anything about how you've prepared or went about your day so far.
Probably a shorter talk on the Adrian College side as opposed to Lawrence.
I could see the Bulldogs trying to harp a little bit more on some of the passes outside the offensive zone. They've been a little bit sloppy in the neutral zone and defensive end, but when they're in the offensive zone, it's tape to tape all the way through, as the face-off will come away with Bulldog puck. Now battling in the corner is Tefelsky. It'll be picked up and played off the boards. This one's sent back in by Loretto. Up Tefelsky, battling to Eisenstark, and we will have a whistle. It's looking like a hand pass.
Yeah, hand pass, 27 seconds in, so a change of side for both lines, and we'll have a neutral zone face-off here.
Looks like Bulldogs change their offensive line. They keep their defense out there. This is the starting defense in Clark and Loretto. Clark already with a goal today. Clark skating in reverse now, trying to attack. It's O'Hannison into the corner. He'll dump it around. Summers picks it up. Played back and no one home. It'll be off the boards. Piros sends Clark to the side. He'll pick it up. Getting pressured right now by Valdez. Clark plays it to the left. Loretto up ice. O'Hannison, Summers diving in front, and O'Hannison's pass got broken up. Now Julian Jacob picks up the puck. It's going to be flipped sky high. O'Hannison can't pick it up. It's loose. Summers shot deflects away. As Ian Amsbaugh skating through, his shot is broken up. Jacob plays it back. Summers will pick up the loose puck. Skates forward, back to Jacob. Jacob's shot will score!
That goal was all Julian Jacob right there. He's got the one-handed outreach stick to keep it in the neutral zone, and then the puck finds its way to him, and he's able to put it home in the back of the net off of the iron. As we take a look here, Summers just stitched it back to him, and he's able to beat Carlson's glove on his left side. Red post and in. Bulldogs up 3-0, looking to make a commanding lead of this one.
And Julian Jacob falls down trying to keep everything rolling Bulldog way. Picking it up is Saney. Over to Troon. It takes a Viking bounce. They'll transition. 2-on-1 chance. Poked away by Bannister. Now everyone getting tangled up. That was Julian Jacobs' first goal on the season. He had 3 assists prior to today's contest. First home game, first goal for the defenseman. This almost some friendly fire there, as caught me and you off guard up here in the booth. Expecting things to be as ordinary as possible, and here comes Troon with the shot in and out of the glove. It's still loose in the slot and slapped away by the Vikings. Reel to O'Hannison. His shot trickles away and gets kicked up and over the bar. Backhand feed. Unable to get there as O'Hannison will play it up ice. It's Deeb skating forward. He's got Nienhaus on the backside, but he takes the shot. It's deflected away. Now over to Malika. Malika's shot is high, and a odd tumble there in front. Nienhaus will pick up his stick as Kenny Sutton did a little bit of a corkscrew. This one to Vellucci. Sends it underneath to Deeb. Now over to Malika. Malika skates forward. Pass to Deeb. Cross ice feed. Bowman plays it underneath. Nienhaus Tries to pick it up. It's played over, and it's going to be picked up by Ethan Johnson. Oh, big hit there by Swade. Shot is high. Has just some massive contact on the play.
Yeah, Swade comes out of nowhere and absolutely levels Kenny Sutton right there in the middle. Hit him up top. He's going down to the ground. He's up right now. But it took him a couple tries, and he's still slowly getting off the ice. A scary sight there. Still a little unsure how Swade got away with that one. That looked pretty up top. And actually have a Lawrence player going to the penalty box, number 28, Michael Valdez.
Yeah, he gets called for cross-checking there as you mentioned, a pretty scary hit on the player in Kenny Sutton. That was Bulldogs captain Jacob Swade, not known for his physicality as much as some of the players like Julian Jacob and those, but skating at full speed and attacking as aggressively as he did, it's going to be a situation like we just seen there.
Well, Swade kind of thought that maybe we needed to set the tone here physically for Adrian College, as we haven't had a big hit like that here yet tonight, and that was one of the biggest hits I've seen at the Arrington Ice Arena. I audibly went, oh, as he hit him.
Yeah, and the physicality I mentioned is going to be a mainstay here in this game. We have our first penalty of the game. It goes against the Vikings. And we'll see if the special teams for the Bulldogs can shine here as Amsbaugh loses the puck, and it'll be cleared by the Vikings. Coming out to pick up the puck is Piros. It's left behind. Clark makes a move in the neutral zone, leaves behind Tefelski. Tap to Amsbaugh. Amsbaugh skating down the left side into the slot. Troon's shot goes wide. Gets cleared out. Amsbaugh recovers it. On the left dot. Pass to Clark. Back to Amsbaugh. Makes a move. The shot is blockered by a man in front. Clark waves off Piros, saying he'll take it himself. And Clark can't handle it as he gets taken off his skates. Now pass to Swade, to Tefelski. The shot in the body, and it's in the goal.
Oh, we talk about the special teams play for both sides. Adrian College is able to put one home on the power play. They put the lead up to 4-0. Tefelski's second goal on the night. Put it through, lost it for a second, but the referee motions for a goal. 60 seconds into the power play, and Bulldogs are in full control of this one.
Yeah, and if you're Carlson, you are telling your team there, like, hey, I don't need help in the crease, as the extra bodies may have caused that puck to escape his grasp and go into the back of the net. Bulldogs battling in front. Nienhaus, fans on the shot, able to keep it in the offensive zone. Flip to Nienhaus, can't handle it. Brzezinski lost the puck. Now gets put into the boards. As Jacob picks it up in the neutral zone, flips it off the boards to Nienhaus. Malika behind Saney. His shot is taken off a shin pad. Saney keeps it on the backhand. It'll escape the zone. Jacob picks it up, and it will deflect up and into the bench area of the Bulldogs.
Maybe we're seeing a different side of Julian Jacob here this season. He had a perfect opportunity with the Lawrence players back to him, and he could have easily laid him out. Instead, kind of retreated a little bit, tried to keep the puck in the zone. He knows instead of laying him out, he wants to keep adding on to the Bulldogs' lead.
while also trying to avoid adding to the Bulldogs players taking penalty minutes, as this one will be just wide. Battling is Troon and Saney. Saney comes away with it. Pass over to Reel. His pass right into the slot. Now Jacob will pick it up. A little bit of a rotate outside the dot. Troon couldn't deflect it. Jacob slides into the slot. The backhand feed got broken up. Now some physicality on the blue line. Jacob picks it up going in reverse. Looked like he faked a pass there. Jacob keeping everyone on his back. He'll dump it underneath and take a tumble over there on the far side. Looked like a little bit of physicality with Fadiev. Bannister off the boards. Reel let it go and went into the offensive zone, but no Bulldogs around it. Now a turnover. Troon fakes the shot. Takes the wraparound chance. The pass in front. Puck still loose. Vikings come away with it. They get pressured. Leave it behind. Another turnover. Pass right in front. Amsbaugh. Another pass. A shot. And a score!
That was the pressure from the Bulldogs offense as the Vikings were trying to get it out of the zone. You saw 3 Bulldogs just collapse in the puck carrier, forces a turnover in the defensive end, and then just an easy breakaway opportunity, 2-on-1, and players like these are not going to miss those very often.
No, and Ian Amsbaugh did a great job at the backdoor feed on the backhand pass to Peters, and that's going to be Peters' first point of the season, as well as his first goal. So the Vikings are going to take a timeout. We will step aside for about 30 seconds, so don't go anywhere, as we'll be right back here on ACTV.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Hello and welcome back. As the timeout went accordingly, now some physicality before the face-off. Ian Amsbaugh on the dot with O'Hannison to his right. And a physical face-off goes in favor of the Bulldogs. It's Clark to Loretto to Summers. Skating forward. Summers gets put into the boards aggressively, laying on his stomach, still trying to make a play. Clark comes away with it. Loretto will saucer one underneath the cage. Hannison comes away now. Amsbaugh plays it in, and Summers with a big hit into the boards. Amsbaugh trying to be aggressive. And they're actually going to give credit to that last goal to Theo Troon, I believe. O'Hannison getting aggressive, but a turnover. Played up. It'll take a bounce off the boards and go all the way down for a icing call.
Yeah, Jack O'Hannison just wasn't able to get a stick on that pass. And you look at the O'Hannison name on the back of the jersey, it's long enough. Now you have your brother to play with, so you got to add a first initial on there, which makes it even longer. I'm sure the seamstress here wasn't too happy about that one.
Bulldogs come away with the draw. Clark tries to feed it cross ice. It's going to be a turnover. Now battling. Clark will pick it up. Inside the scrum, O'Hannison plays it forward. It's going to be a turnover and an offside. So we will have a neutral zone draw right there around that Meyer logo.
The timeout for Lawrence University, kind of a recollect moment, obviously led up to 2 goals in a short amount of time. So you only get 1 timeout for the game, so I think Coach Riley Orr just thought this was the right time to take it.
So that ended up being Troon's 2nd goal of the season. Correction, as Peters hasn't had one yet, and a big hit behind. Tefelsky's shot trickles high. O'Hannison grabs it from the corner. Gets aggressive, and how about that hit behind the goal from, I believe, Swade once again.
And we've seen a couple of hits down low below the red line. I remember one off of the shoulder. I think it was just a Lawrence player got caught a little bit off balance on one skate, and those things are really thin, so if you take a hit and you're only on one skate, you're likely to go down.
Bowman battles for possession in the corner. Some physicality from Swade. O'Hannison can't recover the puck. Swade will. Transitioning the other way, applies the brakes, pass to Tefelsky, spinning, recovering, back to Swade, who wasn't there for the moment, and then rushed the pass, leading to a reset for the Bulldogs. Bowman tries to play it off the boards. He'll turn it over. Puck still bouncing around. O'Hannison plays it to Tefelsky. Tefelsky back to O'Hannison. It's Nick O'Hannison to Nienhaus. Back to O'Hannison, battling in the crease. The shot is up and covered up as 2 Vikings will land on top of each other. And
a lot of bodies collecting around the net. Puck was loose in the crease. I think the last one to throw it up might have been Nienhaus. Or no, probably number 9, Ryan Vellucci. Not sure if it got stuck up in a sweater or where the puck went.
Yeah, it looked like Carlson was as confused as we are on where that puck disappeared to. Bulldogs awaiting the face-off as Vellucci was shaking with anticipation. Puck gets played and dumped in by, I believe that's Bannister. Battling for possession, Bannister kicks it. Deeb's pass was looking for the slot, unable to get away with it. Now Jacob racing back. He'll pick up the puck. Gets physically just checked into the boards, a cross check, and Jacob is not happy about it. That was Adam Berzezicki. So he'll have to sit down for 2 minutes.
Jacob receiving the hit on that one, and he's getting escorted to the box.
Escorted with no stick, as well as one of his teammates will have to go grab him a replacement. Got hit into the board so hard his stick shattered. So, and those sticks aren't very fragile. It's hard to break them. You usually don't see it happen on a light contact play unless it's already worn down. So Jacob got sent to the box for some extracurriculars after the play was over. It's going to be 4-on-4. A lot of people preach that this is a better form of hockey, as 4-on-4 gives a lot more room for guys to play, but it's not as loosey-goosey as 3-on-3. Clark skates in reverse, pass over to Loretto. Left behind for Swade. Swade racing forward, leaves it for Tefelsky. Tefelsky fakes the pass to Clark, shot, deflects into the netting.
I think Swade deked himself on that one, lost the puck and fired a shot, but he didn't have anything to fire at, so he ended up hitting a Viking stick. I think with Adrian College, you have a lot more skilled players than Lawrence, so I think with the 4-on-4, you're going to see things open up a lot more, connect those passes like they've done here already tonight, and put one in home in these next 100 seconds.
As Tefelsky wins the faceoff, went for the shot right away. Loretto to Swade, return to sender, and right back to Swade. Now the backdoor feed to Clark, left a little long. It's Clark Skating around, he'll pass it in reverse to Loretto, now to Swade. Off the boards and underneath, Loretto will corral it. Loretto gets battled off the puck, Swade picks it up, back to Loretto. Tefalski tried the one-timer. Couldn't come away with contact on the puck as Clark will pick it up. And Clark will just skate for a reset, allowing his team to make a change. One of the smartest plays Bulldogs could have made there. Get some fresh legs out. This passed up and picked up by Ben Winkleman. Trying to make a play. He'll dump and chase, and the 4-on-4 allows him to be one of the first players down there. He almost skated into the boards a little bit too hard, as now Amsbaugh leaves it for O'Hannison. To Bowman, Amsbaugh to O'Hannison, plays patiently, keeps it on the backhand. Hannison gets battled off the puck. It's passed up. Fadeev racing forward, keeps it wide, and the pass in front with no one home. They were making a change. Bowman trying to battle a man off as here's a pass and a breakaway opportunity. The shot will score! Number 23, Adam Brzezinski.
Brzezinski right out of the box, making a play happen. Going to go down as even strength goal, but could have easily have been called a power play goal. Just wide open, had the 1-on-0 opportunity. Is able to be Ryan Piros right in the top left corner. Puts one on the board for the Vikings.
And that was Brzezinski's first goal on the season as Troon tried to answer top corner. Left it a little high. This goes underneath. Saney's shot trickles wide. Bannister can't get it in front. Battling for possession. As the puck is flipped down the other way, and Bannister will play it off the boards. It's Saney to Troon, back to Saney, back to Troon. Takes it underneath. Now to Reel as Troon takes a tumble, and the puck finds him. Long feed to Loretto, can't find its home. Clark to Loretto. Back to Clark, a little bit of a dangerous pass there. An up-ice feed. Deeb's shot is trapped well and looked like he was trying to make a move. I thought he might have tried to pass that one. Ready to explore your Adrian future. Scholarship Day lets admitted students tour campus, meet faculty, and earn a renewable scholarship. Register now at adrian.edu/admissions/visit-campus/scholarship-day. Clark picks it up off the faceoff, bounces off the glass and saucers into the corner. Back to Clark off the boards. He sends it in front. Deep shot will score!
Well, Lucas Deeb responds after the goal from the Vikings. A little unsure how that one went in. Fired from the point, and then Deeb right on the right dot. Threw it in. The Bulldogs just maintain the 5-goal lead. They're up 6-1. Putting the finishing touches here on a second period, and we got a goaltender change.
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to be number 35, Nolan Mahaffey. Let him get a little bit stretched out real quick before the puck dropped. And based on that last goal there, it looked like Deeb might need to thank Carlson there. I think he shot it off the skate of Carlson and it went in off the iron. So a little bit of a misdirection. Loretto to Clark. Clark sends it long to Nienhuis. Skates in, shot off the back of Loretto. Deeb gets fought off the puck. Now Loretto has this one deflect. Coming away is Hunter Bill. He'll flip it. Clark picks it up. Engineering things from the D-man spot. Nienhuis skates down Broadway. Fans on the shot. He'll recover the loose puck and send another one in. It's going to bounce off a Bulldog player as Jacob picks up the puck. Pass to the blue line. Deeb, cross-ice feed to Vellucci. Dumps underneath. Tefelsky picks up the loose puck and gets battled off. It's going to be Eisenstark. Swade battles into the corner. Peters picks it up, tried to find Swade, instead found Hunter Bill. As a big-time trip, no whistle. Bulldogs are down a man for a moment. Bannister trying to get back as the tempers are starting to flare here in the AIA. Jacob takes a little shove to the back but keeps his composure. Tefelsky, pass to Peters, can't get it on his stick. Jaden Jensen off the boards. Bowman plays behind for Tefelsky, can't handle it. Jensen finds Winkleman, and the officials found somebody a little bit too far in front of the blue line.
Could be a penalty for interference called against Vladimir Vadeyev. After that hit right in the center with Vadeyev. Kind of the skate was stuck out by the Adrian College player, and the bench was looking for a penalty, but kind of sold that one a little bit. No penalty there.
Back for Clark. Skating in reverse. Pass it over to Amsbaugh. Troon plays patient. He'll give to Tefelsky. To the point. Now back to Tefelsky. He skates in. It's given to Amsbaugh. Over to Clark. 30 seconds gone. Back up top to Clark. Amsbaugh. Cross-ice feed to Tefelsky. Trying to find that backdoor look, and feed was a little bit off. Now Amsbaugh skating. He's got Clark on the point. He'll look that way. Tefelsky, his shot, bodied, still loose in the crease, and covered up as Troon gets battled off.
More bodies collapsing in onto the crease. Nicely done there by Mahaffey to keep it out. Just covered it up, went on all fours, spread himself over the blue paint to cover up the puck, and then Lawrence University taking exception here to touching their freshly entered goaltender.
So that last goal was Lucas Deeb, assisted by David Clark and Ryan Vellucci. As Jacob applies the brakes, gives to Summers. Summers skates with aggression. Deeb makes a move and can't keep it on his stick. Played wide. Jacob awaits at the blue line, making sure he can cut anything off before it gets outside the zone. Summers battling, and a clearing shot. So Bulldogs will have to reset. It's Jacob engineering things. Gives to Saney. Now to Jacob. Racing forward. That puck found the sky, somehow not touching anything hanging from the rafters. As Jacob gets toppled over. Deeb comes away, gives to Summers, back to Deeb. Deeb down Broadway, shot off the shoulder, and dove on top of. Nolan Mahaffey is looking good here in the power play, and now some extracurriculars after the play.
Yeah, tension's heating here late in the second period, and we still got a whole nother 20 minutes to play. I think it's stemming from after the puck is covered up. It might be just a little loose. At least that's what Adrian College thinks. So they're poking the glove of Mahaffey down there, trying to get the puck loose, and then the Vikings aren't liking it.
So Deeb is going to go to the box, and so is, it's going to be 29, Josh Danis. 6 seconds remain in the power play for the Bulldogs, and you mentioned we have 22 minutes left in this game. We have another 60 minutes left tomorrow as well. So if tempers are flaring here tonight, I can only imagine what Herm and Ackerman are in for in tomorrow's contest. Hannison directing traffic from the blue line, trying to communicate with his teammates what he feels they should do.
And they're going to go 5-on-4 here for the next 6 seconds, and then out of the box will come Vadeev.
As it's going to be a pass over to O'Hannison. Up ice. Bulldogs playing aggressive. The shot, one-timer and into the body. Amsbaugh apparently didn't learn the lesson that was just taught to Deeb as he starts poking at the chest of Mahaffey.
Yeah, Amsbaugh flies right in there, poking at the glove, and then all 5 Vikings huddling around the crease to defend their netminder.
So the Bulldogs are going to be playing 5-on-5 now, and if you're curious what will happen when those 2 players are ready to come out of the box, they will likely be trapped in the box until the end of the period. O'Hannison's shot trickles back underneath the net. Now flipped in front of the cage. Picking it up and racing forward as some extracurriculars behind the play. No whistle or arm raised. Puck will trickle away. Picking it up is Alexei Trishik. As Swade will skate off. Some physicality from Malika as he absolutely plants Michael Valdez. And Valdez will exit the ice. Tefelsky plays to Amsbaugh. Amsbaugh tries to get fancy. Can't handle it as Summers picks up the loose puck. Spins at the dot. Looks for the backdoor feed to Amsbaugh. It's deflected into the air. Now played up and somehow doesn't go into the bench area. Malika slaps at it. It'll be Summers between the leg feed to O'Hannison. O'Hannison takes a tumble and fires one. That'll go into the books as a shot on goal, and the fans here in the AIA are wanting another power play chance for the Bulldogs right now.
Yeah, close one there for a slash right there at the red line. Fans right in front of the glass thought it was, but nothing happened. 64 seconds left in the second period. I think both these teams are just legging it out, trying to get to the end of the second period.
Minute and 4 seconds remain until we get to that end of the second period as Summers fires one. O'Hannison picks up the loose puck. Pass up to the point. A move made by Bannister. He tried to rifle it in. It got deflected. Bannister picks it back up. Leaves for Amsbaugh. Now Summers. Fans on the spin pass. 45 seconds. Played off the boards. Piros gets stuck behind. No whistle for goaltender interference as the puck will find some furniture in the ceiling, and we'll have our whistle after all. Now both players will leave the box. They served their 2 minutes, and normally when you have a situation like that, it's the first whistle after 2 minutes were served. As more tangled up players as Hunter Bill and Ben Loretto having some words after they trip each other up a little bit. And Hunter Bill having words with a lot of Bulldog players. Julian Jacob giving him some words around the bench area. Goes underneath. Clark can't handle it. It takes an odd bounce in front. Now shot on net. And Piros deflects that one away. This dumped into the corner. Fadeev trying to be the aggressor for the Vikings. Vellucci can't handle it. Fadeev flips it. It'll be picked up by Real, who's getting manhandled a little bit. Now Fadeev made a move around Vellucci to avoid the contact as the period will end. And it was a 4-1 second period of play, bringing our total to 6-1 at the end of 2.
Now Bulldogs in full control of this one. They lead it 6-1. Looking at the penalty minutes, it's kind of what we expected here coming into this one. Obviously nothing in the first period, but then 8 for Lawrence and 4 against Adrian College for penalty minutes. And we might see some even more if this game continues to be out of hand and played a little more chippy. I remember seeing Jacob Swade after a little tanglement on the far side. He's kind of now, every time he's on the ice, looking over his shoulder, making sure no one's going to take his head off. But I think the guys behind him, obviously he's being the captain, will defend him no matter what. But for Lawrence, obviously you cracked the egg, got 1 on the board, but still more turnovers, and you just haven't had that kind of offensive pressure that you really want to have. You're only 8 shots on goal for the game, and that's only 3 more than where you were sitting at the end of the first period.
Yeah, they really struggled coming into this second period, as it seemed like everything was going in favor of the Bulldogs from the first whistle, and we had quite a few whistles there in that period as well. As we take a look at the penalties so far, no penalties in the first period. Then we had Michael Valdez for cross-checking early in the period. You had Adam Berzezicki for cross-checking as well. Julian Jacob, and then Vladimir Fadeev, Lucas Deeb, and Josh Danis, all after the 10-minute mark in the second period, just showing how clean things were. First period, we have none. You get 1, 3, almost 4 minutes into the second period, and then you don't have another one until after 10 minutes in the second period, and it just trickled down from there, having a barrage of penalties there to close out that second half of the period.
Things were getting chippy down there in the latter stages of the second period, so we have a second intermission chuck-a-puck here happening at Adrian College at the AIA. Both these teams went back into the locker room. I don't think we'll see whoever took that big hit. That kind of started it all from Jacob Swade. Absolutely laid out. Remind me, Sean, who was it?
I believe it was Kenny Sutton.
Yeah, number 11, Kenny Sutton. He was stumbling to his feet and will for sure not return for the rest of the night. Probably will be scratched tomorrow in tomorrow's contest. But, yeah.
As the chuck-a-puck commences, and now it's time to figure out who was closest. Of course, the age-old way to measure when you don't have a state-of-the-art measuring device, you just walk it out and see how close you are.
No, well, they were using 2 different sets of feet there.
In the women's Division I game, they used that shovel you see entering the ice now, using it to pick up the pucks. They used that as the measuring device, and then they walked it off from there. A little bit of an interesting tactic, but as long as you choose a winner, that's all that matters in a more of a fun event happening at the AIA. And 2 intermissions through. We've had 2 events, and now we look ahead at the third period. Bulldogs will go into that period up 6-1. They had 27 shots on goal to 8 for the Vikings, and a period that's seen 6 total penalties. As we'll move on. Don't go anywhere as you're watching NCAA hockey on ACTV.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
One-on-one battles lead to unit battles, which lead to team battles, and then a big victory at the end. Nothing different today than what you do every day, all right? Love you guys. Win on three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other.
If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value and undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person. Learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
Hello and welcome back inside the Arrington Ice Arena here on the campus of Adrian College. Joining me in the booth today is Nathan Lindner, and my name is Sean Whitmer. As we get prepared for the third period of action, it's a 6-1 game in favor of the Bulldogs. A game that only seen 2 goals scored in the first period. Both were by the Bulldogs. Lawrence eventually found its way back into the scoring column there in the second, as it was back in the first. It was Frank Tefelski, then David Clark starting things off. Julian Jacob opened the scoring in the second period, with Frank Tefelski scoring a power play goal under 5 minutes into the period. Then Theo Troon scored at 7 minutes in. It was Adam Berzezicki scoring an even strength goal, is what it's accredited as, but he came racing out of the box. The puck found him perfectly in his stick, making it about as easy as possible for him to scream down on a breakaway chance and go top shelf over the glove of Ryan Piros. Lucas D scored the final goal there in that period, and while a 6-1 score would indicate maybe scoring is the major talking point here in this game, I think it's been the physicality that has really mounted there in the second half of that second period.
Well, it's usually what you get with a blowout game, especially with a sort of a rivalry here. Obviously, they're in the same conference, so in the same conference, so they see each other twice a year, either at home or on the road. So there's a little bit of familiarity with them, and might even see them in the NCAA playoffs. But I have 60 more minutes tomorrow to play for, and look at some of the after 40 minutes stats. Obviously, the Bulldogs lead 6-1. They control the shots on goal 27-8. Lawrence still leads in blocked shots, and Bulldogs just extended that lead for face-off percentage up to 76%. Almost 3 out of 4 times that they're going to get the puck off the face-off. We have some penalty minutes now. 2 of 4 for the Adrian College Bulldogs, and 1 for 2 on the power play opportunities for Adrian College.
So 2 penalties for 4 minutes for the Bulldogs, as it's a cross-ice feed, and Tefelski slowing it down, now playing in reverse, as this puck is sent screaming down the ice and picked up at the blue line. Dumped into the corner. Now Loretto picks it up, sends it back to Peters. Peters getting trapped against the boards by 2 Viking players. Flipped up ice once again. Giving chase is Ethan Johnson. Tefelski tripped up as he entered. Going the other way is Fadeev, as Jacob with a little bit of a big hit there, and the whistle will sound. Looks like Julian Jacob has, or forgive me, it's going to be Jacob Swade, a different.
It's both of them. Swade going to the box for unsportsmanlike, and then Jacob, I believe, going for something like hit up top.
We'll have to wait on the official word. The signal looked a little bit unique to me, not something I'm used to seeing here in as we got the third period started, and just a little confusing aspect of the game, as the face-off will go to Saney, or to O'Hannison, fighting with Saney. Saney tips it, trickles away. left behind. Racing ahead, now the pass. Gets abandoned for Johnson. It's stolen away. Osaney going the other way. It's Nick Osaney on the breakaway. The shot and a great save made by Mahaffey. Nick Osaney, the defensive-minded brother, tried the opportunity. Now a backdoor feed is broken up by Summers. And the Bulldogs clear it. 1 minute remains in the 5-on-3. Vikings setting up a break. It's dumped into the corner. 49 seconds remain in the power play. Battling with the trap puck. Spinning around, pass to the point. It's Pashard. Now back. Spinning pass, Pashard, fans. Picks up the loose puck. Pass over, edge of the circle. Barely able to keep it in is Winkleman. His shot deflects away. 13 remain in the power play. They got to go quick. Pashard fakes, pass. Winkleman's pass, shot. Saved once again and cleared by the Bulldogs. The 5-on-3 is killed off, and the Bulldogs are celebrating as they should. Clark picks it up. He'll leave it behind. Skating forward is Troon, getting pestered. Now Saney fires one. Troon has it trapped in his body. It's passed into the slot. Saney pokes at it. Bowman doing the same. Now Saney will leave it behind as Bowman gets tripped up, and there's some niceties occurring behind the net of Mahaffey.
Now Theo Troon was about to go at it with Alex Trichuk. But how about this last opportunity here for the Vikings? 5-on-3 and an unbelievable clear by Anthony Malika. If you're the Bulldogs after that one, you got to feel confident you're going to get the dub here tonight. For 5-on-3 for the Vikings, and you're not able to, you only put a couple of shots on net and nothing in the back of the net. And for the Bulldogs, you had Nick O'Hannison almost had the short-handed opportunity, like we talked about earlier in the show.
And how the tides have turned. Now the Bulldogs playing with a man advantage.
I think it's 4-on-4.
Or yes, you are correct. It is 4-on-4 due to the offsettings. This one fired wide. Another shot from a hard angle, picked up in the blue paint. Trying to go all the way is Saney. Saney has his stick lifted by Robertson. Battling for possession, it'll escape the zone. Picked up by Malika. Cross ice. Looking for Bannister. Bannister skates forward, leaves it behind him to Reel. Racing, gives to Malika. This deflects and into the netting just barely. Not only into the netting, onto the laptop of our PA Goose in the stadium.
Yeah, that puck right on top of him. He even paused his announcement, but right back on it. Goose, over 1,000 games worked here at the Arrington Ice Arena.
And I'm sure that's not the first time that that's happened. As the netting there, it isn't suction cup down all the way above his box. Vellucci knocked it back. Bulldogs playing in reverse. Clark trying to set it up. His pass to Loretto. A little aggressive. Vellucci leaves to Deeb. Deeb skates ahead. Applies the brakes. And it's pitchforked away. Now Loretto to Vellucci. Deeb races ahead off the skate. Picked up by Pashard. All over the ice is Winkleman, who came away with a steal, and now he takes a tumble. Incidental contact with Bowman, who can't handle it. Piros will leave it behind. O'Hannessy plays it off the boards, trying to recover it himself. Now Swade chasing after it. Both teams back to full strength. As Swade will pick up the loose puck in the corner. Not a situation you want to be if you're Swade, opening yourself up for a very dangerous hit there as icing is waved off thanks to the long ice feed hitting the pads of Piros. Now some physicality in front of the bench area from both squads. Puck played in reverse. Passed up the ice. Piros plays it behind. Jacob applies the brakes. Flips it over to Bannister. Bannister takes a big shove. Peters plays it to Tefelsky. It's off his skate. Vikings send it back down. This will somehow stay a legal play, and now passed in front. Peters picks it up. Tries to find Loretto, and no one was home. So Loretto will have to reset. He passes it up to Amsbaugh. Amsbaugh battling a man off his back. Summers picks up the loose puck. O'Hannessy right in front. O'Hannessy shot will score!
How about that for Jack O'Hannison's first goal on the year? Picked it up. The Vikings are just one step behind. Out in front, just had the goaltender to beat. Able to beat Nolan Mahaffey for his first goal let up on the night. Solid start there for Mahaffey after coming in for Carlson earlier. We've got to feel good for O'Hannison to put one in the back of the net.
Brother Nick had the golden opportunity squandered, and Jack O'Hannison was not going to let the same opportunity slip away. Now a shot from Townsend as this will trickle into the corner. Amsbaugh battling. So is Clark. Loretto will come up with the puck. Summers skates onto the blue line. Now racing forward. Left behind, Clark has to chase back. He plays it off the boards. Summers gets tangled. This one rides. Didn't hit the netting somehow, and Clark will pick up the puck. 12:25 remain here in the third period of play. Pass to Summers. Played to Saney, back to Summers, flipped long. Troon's pass to Saney. Fanned on the one-time look. Malika sends it off a body. That's Robertson eating that one, and he's a little slow to get up as it, I believe, caught him in the thigh. Puck is loose, picked up by Malika. Played it for Troon, a little bit too long. Malika gets tangled. Real leaves it behind. It's stolen away and just pushed it a little bit too far off the stick. Some more extracurriculars after the play. And Nick O'Hannison not going to let that fly as Cade DeWolf tried to get away with one.
And we talked about the block shots, and Luke Robertson just put his body on the line. The puck caught him where there was no padding, unfortunately for him, but he skates off to the end of the bench, still sitting down as the trainer attends to him, but the Bulldogs still in full control of this one.
Real. Passed over, now Troon takes a hit and almost went into the bench area of the Vikings. Saney's pass is broken up. Shot from Jacob, finds a body. Diving pass to Bannister off the iron. Jacob picks up the puck. Fires it in front, it's broken up. Now Real gathering the loose puck. Making a move. Troon plays it underneath, back to Troon. Outside the circle. A lot of back and forth leads to the turnover. Fadeev plays it off the boards. Dump and chase by himself, but Jacob all over him. Julian Jacob forcing the turnover. But a turnover right back There's Jensen. Plays it over, and now Saney finds himself on the ice. Jacob. Up ice and into one of the many banners hanging from the AIA.
Well, we were waiting for it to hit one of those banners. Several times it's gone up and came down, avoiding it just barely. Take a nice look over on the Bulldogs bench there. Tired bodies from both sides here. We still got just over 10 minutes to go here in the third period. We'll have to rest up and come back for another 60 minutes tomorrow.
This one poked at, kicked forward, some physicality. Now Nienhuis plays it off the boards. It'll wrap down into the corner. Some physicality. The Vikings trying to transition, racing up the ice. Kicked away, Jensen can't handle it. Now Clark picks it up. It'll be off the skate of Johnson. Into the slot, stolen away by Nienhuis. This will go as a shot on goal and covered up as Deeb was just trying to make a change.
Covered up by Mahaffey, and a quick whistle there from Jonesy as he covered it up, but took that extra half second to poke it out. Probably a tighter whistle here, as with a lot of those whistles down low when the Bulldogs kept poking at it near the goaltenders for Lawrence.
Tefelsky spins it into the corner, now trying to wait for it off the boards. O'Hannison tried to play it off the chest. Tried to play it like he was playing soccer there. Now passed up, Peters, one man to beat. Comes reinforcements. Cross ice, Swade to Bowman, to O'Hannison. In the slot, Peters. Finds its way back to O'Hannison. Sends it in front, and it is off the inside of the iron and trickles out. No goal signal. Now the physicality. Bowman to O'Hannison. Shot taken off a body. Battling for possession. Picked up and racing the other way. Now flipped down and into the corner. Bowman plays it over. Trying to progress up the ice. It is a 20 shot on goal discrepancy currently in favor of the Bulldogs. Now skating in reverse is Julian Jacob as people are jumping on top of him. Picked up by Malika. Sent in front, Piros. Pass got deflected a little bit, and this pass will lead to icing. And I'd like to quickly remind you that ACTV broadcasts are fully student ran. We have an amazing crew here today. Of course, myself and Nathan Lindner on the call. Nate, I'll let you read off the rest of our staff here.
Yeah, we got Owen Barber on top cam, Josh Mitchell and Michael Hale are manning the action cams. Our only full-time worker, Josiah Durrell, is directing here tonight, so good to see him out of his office, the streaming coordinator as well.
And of course, a lot of opportunities for the students at ACTV. Got chances to do a lot of social media content about just about every social media video and broadcast commercial as this puck is kicked away. It's going to be picked up and flipped forward. Now Real chasing after it. And this will go into the bench area. As I was saying, just about every single broadcast commercial is made by the students here working for ACTV. You also got shows like Dog Talk and Bulldog Minute, which are ran by ACTV student workers as well. Bulldog HQ podcast, also ran by a Adrian College student worker, or ACTV student worker, mind you. Now the Bulldogs trying to play it forward. Pass to Saney, and it'll be offside, so we'll have ourselves a neutral zone draw.
Theo Troon just caught on the wrong side of the blue line there. Referee was all over it. Blew the whistle, pointed right at him. St. Troon throws his hands up in disbelief, but referee got the call right there.
Played back, Saney slaps it. Clark to Saney. Back over to Loretto. Tried to flip it forward. Now Loretto picking it up. Plays it down and off the boards. Everyone kind of in a scrum here up against the boards, as seems to have been that way for what is going on almost a minute now. And the Vikings will come out of it, racing up the ice, 3-on-2. Reinforcements arrive, and it's Bowman stealing it away. Pass now left behind, but middle of a change. Winkleman sends it down and in the corner. Stolen away. The shot was high and over the crossbar. Pass to the point for Jaden Jensen. He goes D to D, racing into the corner. Wraparound feed, looking for the cross ice pass. This puck gets left behind as a Bulldog player found himself on the ice a little bit too early, had to jump back into the bench area. That was Nienhaus. Passed up to Felski. Frank Tefelsky racing, leaves it behind. And it gets sticked away as player for each team find themselves into the corner. Bannister flips it underneath. Nienhaus picks it up. Get tangled. And it's going to be Fadeev. Skating the other way. Picked up and sent to a leaping Nienhaus. Sends it to Swade, who takes a big hit. And the delayed whistle is Tefelsky, not a big fan of that hit.
Swade exchanging some words there with the Lawrence bench. You could see it coming after the initial big hit back in the second period that kind of sparked all the physicality in this one. Finally, retaliation set there from the Vikings. It's number 2, Evan Eisenstark, who looks like he's going to get ejected from this one.
I believe they're going to call it a 5-minute major, which would kick him out of the game either way for contact to the head, because you're locked in the box at that point. So instead, let's save some room in that box and send you to go get changed into your travel clothes. You're done for this one.
Someone's heading to the box for him anyway. It's Luke Robertson.
Jacob plays to Summers. Rifles it. It'll be off the body. A diving pass stolen away. An opportunity and a tripping. Able to recover the puck was Berzezicki, and the Bulldogs might have just caught a break.
That was going to be a 1-on-0, but then a trip called against Brad Summers, so he's going to go to the box for 2 minutes. See if we'll play 4-on-4 hockey here.
And it looks like they aren't going to give a penalty shot, so it will just be 4-on-4. Summers might have had a quick flashback, as that's exactly how Berzezicki scored the first goal for the Vikings. Clark Tried to pass, now stolen away. Jensen's shot was rifled into the boards back behind the red line. Loretto skates forward. He will skate in retreat now. Passed up and deflected away as Clark was looking for Amsbaugh. Clark will slow things down. 4 minutes remain in the game. Minute and 26 remain in the Bulldogs penalty. Swade skates forward, makes a move, and it gets shot from a hard angle. An easy save for Nolan Mahaffey.
After that shot on goal, the shots on goal tally now mirror each other, 31-33, or excuse me, 31-13 in favor of the Adrian College Bulldogs. I think both sides at this point are just watching the clock dwindle down, kind of working for tomorrow. If you're Lawrence, obviously you're not going to win this one.
As skating in reverse is Nathaniel Bannister now to Saney. Saney skating along the outside and a big hit on Saney into the boards. Looked like an extended elbow there from Nicholas Townsend. Almost took the head off of Saney. Is sent into the body of Piros.
Got the chest of Piros there. He's had a really solid night. Only seen 14 shots come his way, 13 saves, the one goal on a 1-on-0 opportunity, so not all his fault. Obviously coming out of the box there in the second period.
Malika plays it behind for Bowman. Nice stick work. Now to Nienhuis. Nienhuis has it poked away. Great use of the pitchfork there by Trishik. Nienhuis applying pressure. No one behind, and now Swade racing ahead. He plays it back behind. Nienhuis wasn't there to help him. This one shot into the body of Piros. That one coming from Ethan Johnson, and a little bit more extracurriculars. The amount of physicality after the whistles is, well, it's telling for how this game has gone. It's also a little concerning when you consider this is only game one of the series.
Yeah, Piros even giving the other team a little mouth there, possibly talking a little trash. 2:45 left to go in the third period.
Face off one for the Bulldogs. Slowing things down, awaiting their man out of the box. And it will be full strength for the Bulldogs and a power play opportunity. As going the other way, it's Tefelsky. 3-on-2, now Amsbaugh. Pass behind, the shot is glove saved.
Nice glove save there by Mahaff. He saw it all the way, flashed the leather as he was going top right shelf. Let's see if the Bulldogs can put one more power play goal up on the board before the end of the game here.
.217 remain in the power play. Amsbaugh to Clark. Now over, pass in, spinning pass. Minute and 57 remains in the game as the discrepancy will lead to the Bulldogs playing with 5-on-4 for the rest of the contest. Clark dumps it behind. Now over to Amsbaugh. Cross ice feed. Had some heat. Tefelsky to Swade. Swade's shot. So much heat it almost knocked Mahaffey off his feet. Clark dribbles that out of the air. He'll chase it down and reset. Bulldogs looking to grab one more. Clark to Tefelsky. To Amsbaugh. Amsbaugh applies the brakes. to Tefelsky. Swade cuts in front, goes to Amsbaugh. Attacking from the wing, now underneath for Swade, back to Amsbaugh. Cross ice to Jacob. Return to sender. Jacob wants the one-timer, and it's going to be off the shoulder. Back up top, Jacob can't handle it, so the Bulldogs will have to reset, and they will reset through Summers. Skates ahead, played over, back to Summers. Summers with the shot and goal!
Well, Brad Summers puts the cherry on top, the icing on the cake, nail in the coffin, wherever you want to call it. The finishing touches on this Bulldogs win. They lead it now 8-1. Just a complete dominations in all facets of the game.
As it's going to be 34 seconds remaining. It's 5-on-4. Of course, due to the 5-minute major, no one will come out of the box. And Bowman plays behind. Volucci passes up. It's Nienhaus swiping at it, but unable to gather. Bowman diving, the shot into the body and sticked away. Great awareness by Piros. Deeb skating around as the horn will sound. As the Bulldogs will celebrate an 8-1 win. And we will quickly recap that, get the 3 stars of the game before we get out of here, as a fantastic game from start to finish for the Bulldogs. As I mentioned, they grabbed 8 goals in this contest. Who were the goal scorers for both teams here today, Nate?
Well, I'll give it to them in order. First period, Frank Tefelsky and David Clark. Second period, Julian Jacob and Frank Tefelsky. And second, Theo Troon, and then Adam Berzicki for the Lawrence. And then Lucas Deeb to close out the second. In the third, it was Jack O'Hannison and Brad Summers just there in the final minute to make the Bulldogs win 8-1 victorious here tonight.
The other side of the coin was the level of physicality throughout this game, which led to quite the level of penalties from start to finish. The first period seen none, and then it seemed like everything just fell apart from there, as we had 6 penalties in the second period, starting off with Michael Valdez, and then it was Adam Berzecki, Julian Jacob, Vladimir Fadeev, Lucas Deeb, and Josh Danis all grabbing penalties. In the third period, Jacob Swade, Julian Jacob, Alex Hollins, Theo Troon, Evan Eisenstark had 2 back-to-back, or 2 on top of each other, and then Bradley Summers had the final penalty of the third period, also the final goal of the game. Interesting how that worked out for him, as can get a quick preview there of the 3 stars. We just don't know what order they'll be in, but if you had to guess, who's the top star of this contest here, Nate?
Well, I'm going to go with Frank Tefelsky, the 2 goals, either him or David Clark. Clark had 1 goal and 3 assists.
As we get ready for the third star of the contest. And in the exact opposite spot of what you predicted, Frank Tefelsky gets the 3rd star. Second star goes to Ian Amesbaugh, as first star will be your second prediction there. David Clark grabs the first star honors. 1 goal, 3 assists, totaling him 4 points. He had 3 shots, 2 of which were on goal. And he was on ice for 4 goals, for 4 points, mind you.
4 goals, yeah.
He was accredited with all 4 of those points as well. So just a fantastic day for David Clark and for this Bulldogs team as we take a look at the rest of the ACTV schedule for this weekend. Right after this will be men's D2 versus Sioux College. That is a 10 o'clock projected puck drop. Might change based on how long it takes them to clean up the ice here after this contest.
Probably about an hour.
So roughly around 10:15 if we had to guess. Men's D2 will play against Sioux College tomorrow for game 2 of that matchup. That is an 11 o'clock start time, 11 a.m. And then men's hockey will play game 2 of this contest. That is a 3 p.m. puck drop, with women's basketball versus Otterbein University, 3 p.m. tip. Men's D3 will face off against Lawrence Tech at 4 o'clock on Sunday. And then before Thanksgiving break takes over, we have 2 more contests, both taking place on Tuesday. Women's basketball will face off against Wittenberg at 6 o'clock. And men's Division I will face off against Indiana Tech. It is a 7:05 puck drop for that. That will be Tuesday, November 25th, as that is the remaining schedule before Thanksgiving break for us here at ACTV. And for all of us here from ACTV, we'd like to thank you for tuning in and remind you to tune in next time, as we will see you later.